Hello, welcome back to Wadan. My name is Beast, and I probably should have checked the censorship before I started this. There we go. Anyways, last time, censorship, anger, not that much really. Oh well, nothing we can do there. I'm fucking tired of
運河の
it.
近くの商店街はオルゴール堂やガラス館が多く並んでいるんですよ。
Oh well, nothing we can really do about that. The glass store, you mean? A place that sells pretty glasswork and all that stuff?
はい、ガラスの食器やインテリア、アクセサリーなどを扱っているんです。
On both sides of the road, I saw strange-looking stores, one after another.
日本のガラスの歴史では大正時代に最も優れた作品が残されたそうなんです。古めかしい店が多いのはその頃の様式を受け継いでいるからなんですよ。透き通るようでいて部屋明かりに輝くガラス細工はひばりが崎が誇るお土産の一つにもなっているんです。
Sounds like your skin. Clear skin that I held in my arms last night shone so dazzlingly under the moonlight.
私の肌ですか?
It's so pretty that merely touching it seems sacrilegious.
変身ですか?
Not a chance.
Hey!
Squish. I endured.
Hey!
Squish, squish. I cleared my mind of all worldly thoughts.
小ヶ坂さん、私の体はどうでしたか?
Now her tone wasn't a teasing
小ヶ
one.
坂さんが抱いた私の体はどうでしたか? 私はこれまで自分の体を氷の彫刻のようだと考えていました。冷たく精緻で作り物めいた、まるで温かみの感じられない肌だと思っていました。ですから小ヶ坂さんも
It was warm. Honestly, it didn't feel much like ice, but like a spot in the sunlight, if anything. Rather than moonlight, it was sunlight. It was more like the sun rather than the full moon. Your body isn't cold in the slightest. Sure, it may be clear as ice, white as freshly fallen snow, and more beautiful and pretty than anyone else's. But it has that same warmth as any other person's. That's why I love it. I can feel that warmth right now, all so clearly. I could keenly feel her warmth from my arm buried deep in her cleavage. Honestly, I might just be the luckiest guy on earth for being able to snag such a perfect girlfriend.
だからこんなところでも抱いちゃうんですか?
The easing tone had returned to her voice, so I answered her thus. I sure will. I embraced her, paying the pedestrian traffic no mind. Kosame reacted with a jolt. Shoulders stiffened, and I could feel her breathing on my chest. There was no mistaking this warmth. Not at all. I let go of her and linked arms again. Kosame's face was bright red.
びっくりしました。
She strongly clung to my arm. At the impression, I could feel the beating of her heart through my arm that was pressed against her chest.
何するんですか?
Well, you told me to do it.
言ってません。聞いただけです。
I know, I figured you wanted me to.
違います。恥ずかしいです。
Looks like my self-restraint gauge hit zero.
シーシさんじゃないです。
Well, I can't help myself when you seduce me like that.
誘ってなんかないです。
But you still didn't stop hugging my arm. Yeah, I guess people might have seen us.
見られました。絶対。
Well, what's the big deal? Who cares?
よくありません。
I thought it was kinda nice.
どうして？
All the other guys were probably crazy jealous of me. And I think of it, I don't think I've actually asked you yet.
何をですか？
Kosame, would you please go out with me? Would you care to be my girlfriend? Technically, you did already bring that up last night, but I hadn't received a clear answer from her. Sorry about that, I guess I kind of skipped a few bases.
本当です。先に抱かれてしまいました。
Well, see, at the time you were already a couple in my mind. Well, will you? Instead of replying to my questions, you responded by telling me this.
小ヶ坂さんにお話があります。あなたに大切なお話があります。神社に来ていただけますか？返事はその後でもよろしいですか？
And just like last time, our date ended part way. We headed back to the station and got on the train and made for the shrine. Had intended to help with the shrine work from the get-go, but now it's evening would come. It'll come to that sooner than I had anticipated. By the time we were done with sweeping, the setting sun was shining down on the shrine grounds. The day had grown short, and the evening breezes too kept growing colder. Wouldn't be too long before we'd basically be required to wear long sleeves when going outside. Kosame said nothing while we did the sweeping. She simply swept together all the leaves with her broom, wearing an expression of some sort of resolve. That about does it?
はい。今日もありがとうございました。
Well, I did say I'd help all throughout this week.
そうでしたね。
If you're fine with me up, but no, glad to keep.
小ヶ坂さん、
She interrupted me mid-sentence.
それも含めて先に話しておきたいことがあるんです。
Kosame then started walking.
社殿の方に来ていただけますか？そこなら二人きりでお話できます。誰にも、特に姉さんには聞かれたくない話ですから。
This was my second time seeing the inside of the main building of the shrine. The first time was at the last day of the summer festival when Hizukaki performed her Kagura dance. And now the second time was when Kosame, sitting straight on her knees, told me about her past, about the accident that took place at the lookout 7 years ago. How on that day she came to lose her life, and was granted a transient new life through Hizakaki's spirit summoning. She was allowed to remain in our world only through the object of worship enshrined here as her host.
この話は誰にも言わないようにお願いします。特に姉さんには絶対に話さないでください。姉さんは高齢のショックからか当時のことを忘れているんです。もし話してしまったらなぎなたでバッサリ切ります。冗談ではなく本気です。姉さんには自分で気づいてほしいから。
I wasn't able to immediately judge how I should react
に
to
わか
that.
には信じがたい話だと思います。だから小ヶ坂さんが困惑するのも無理はありません。
But all of it is true, right?
はい。
Kosame stood up and lifted the object of worship placed on the altar.
これは聖天宮に安置されたご神体。その正体は過去にひばりが崎に落ちた隕石です。私たち聖天宮の者は古来より隕石には星神様が宿っていると言い伝え、神社を建てて祀ってきました。星神様が現世に姿を現し、悪さをしないよう、そのよりしろを安置して沈める役目を担っていたんです。だからひとたび星神様が目覚めたら、私たちはそれに対処しなくてはなりません。星神様を鬼として扱い、討たねばなりません。祀ろわぬ神として送り返さねばなりません。それが聖天宮のなりわいなんです。そしてそれはこの私にも当てはまります。私は星神様の力を借りて 現世にとどまっていますから、いずれ聖天宮に撃たれてもおかしくない。私は安息に暮らす人々にとって邪魔な存在なんですから。
Not giving me any time to interject. Kosame continued on.
私が借りているその力は満月の日には弱まるようではありますけれど、ひばりが咲隕石に宿る星神様の特性なのかもしれません。私の体は月の干渉を受けやすいんです。月の輝きとは太陽の光を反射しているものです。逆を言えば満月は月本来の光が最も弱くなるんです。だって昼には姿を出すことが容易な私ですから、昼の月は見えなくてもちゃんとそこにあるから、たとえ地平線に沈んでしまっても光は届くから。地球から最も近い天体である月は遠く離れた星よりもその光が強いから。月そのものは満月よりも強く輝くから。だからもしかしたらひばりが咲隕石とは月の石なのかもしれません。私は月の光を分け与えられてここに存在しているのかもしれません。
Kosame's skin was like moonlight. So beautiful yet ephemeral.
こうしたオカルトの見地ではなく医学的な見地からも私は人とは違うようです。医師である父が行った検査でもそのような結果が出たんです。父は現代医学の限界を嘆いていたようです。例えばそれは末期のがん患者と同じかもしれません。現代では治せなくても未来には治るかもしれない。ですが患者にとってはそれでは遅い。命が尽きてからでは遅いんです。私だって同じです。この体が人と違うのなら同じになりたい。それが無理なら諦めるしかない。この身を受け入れ死を待つしかない。その死が幸せな死であるよう私は努力するべきだと思うんです。お別れする相手も幸せでいられるよう努力するべきなんです。
Kosame, I interjected for the first time. The way you're talking, you make it sound like you're just counting down the days.
はい。
I get that you're different from humans, but still, that doesn't mean you have a disease. Why are you so sure you're gonna die?
幽霊さんは成仏するのが常だからですよ。それが一番ハッピーエンドだからですよ。私にとっても皆さんにとっても。
Felt like hearing those words, I knew exactly what had been tormenting Kosame all this time. Is it painful knowing that? Is knowing you're stuck as a ghost painful to you?
はい
In what way is it painful? Does it hurt somewhere specifically?
はい。
Where?
ここです。
She lays her hand on her chest.
心が痛いです。いつ聖天宮が私を送り返すかわからない。いつ星神様から力を借りられなくなるかわからない。いつまでもこうしていたら突然皆さんの元を離れることになるかもしれない。突然あなたの元を去るかもしれない。それがいつなのかわからない。それが辛いです。氷が水となりいずれは蒸発してしまうように、いつなのかわからないのにそれが摂理のように消えてしまうと定められているのが何よりも辛いです。
Now, there's only one thing to do. The answer had been clear from the start. Want to disappear without leaving behind any regrets whenever that time may come. And all I have to do is make you happy. I'll give you a life full of joy. Give you such a great life you won't even have the time to
で
worry.
きるんですか？
You can bet on it.
それであなたも幸せでいられるんですか？
Absolutely.
私は人ではないんです。私の体は人の身ではないんです。小ヶ坂さんはそれでも私の体を好きだと言えますか？
I can.
私を好きだと言えますか？
I
気
can.
が変わったらどうしますか？
If I ever don't, feel free to cut me down with a naginata right there on the spot.
嫌です。それでは意味がありません。私は小ヶ坂さんと離れたくない。なのにバッサリ切れるわけがありません。私より先にあなたがいなくなるなんて、それはとっても残酷です。
And I'll stay here in this world right next to you. Forever.
ずっとですか？
That's right.
登校する時も一緒ですか？
Yeah.
ご飯を食べる時も一緒ですか？
Meals
お
too.
風呂に入る時も一緒ですか？
Of course.
エッチです。
I don't mind sleeping together too.
とってもエッチです。
Well, I'm not a Kosame killer for
い
nothing.
つでも一緒にいてくれますか？
At any time.
いつまでも一緒にいてくれますか？
Forever. If she so wished, I'd link arms with her on our way to school, huddle up real tight during lunch break, and stay with her even after going home from school too. If possible, I'd be together with her after death too.
私は所詮夢幻なのに。
Even if someone sees you like that, I don't. To me, you're Hisakaki Kosame. A girl irreplaceable to me. The girl I love.
証明できますか？
I can.
どうやって？
Kosame, I love you. Please go out with me. Please be my girlfriend. The first time she replies.
はい。
You both draw close to each other. Try to push her down, but she resists.
やられてばかりなのは性に合いませんから。
Saying that, she then instead pushes me down. It was not mere coincidence that she had registered that presence. So Setsuno has frequently been making her way over to Seitengu after nightfall like she does now. That may have been due to her reports to Mayaka, but these past few days it had been for a different reason. Kosame had exited the main shrine building just now. Setsuno was confused as to what she'd been doing there, as the building is usually locked, but regardless, after Kosame had disappeared to the forest path behind the shrine's premises, she registered another presence. The presence of a dangerous will that is after Kosame.
小雨を追うのか？隠れているのは分かっている。姿を見せろ。この私から逃れられると思っているのか？
Her enemy doesn't show themselves. There's absolutely no reaction. Setsuno puts more force into her voice. I just, boop.
私が丸腰でなかったことが運の尽きだな。本来なら社殿に置かれている薙刀はここにある。小雨を送り返す許可を得た。私の手に今はある。だから君のような輩を追い払うことも簡単だ。
She hears the rustling of fallen leaves being stepped on from the woods at the side. A shrine maiden comes out of the shadows. She's a Seitengu shrine maiden. That in itself is she expected, but Setsuno is still taken aback.
ほう、君か。アスカ今年派も行かない君が派遣されてくるとはな。まさか君から志願したわけでもあるまい。
Setsuno talked on rapidly.
君はこのひばりが崎の出身だと聞いている。 だが、君自身は記憶を失っているとも聞いた。事故なのか、それとも他の原因か、何者かが送り返したのか。ま、知りはしないがな。
The girl named Asuka Ima remained silent and directed an emotionless gaze at Setsuna.
君は総本社から派遣されてきたのだろう。
Ima still doesn't reply to anything.
今夜だけではないな。数日前から気配を感じていた。狙いは小雨。そうだな。私が任務を遂行できないため、総本社がついに痺れを切らしたのか、それとも最初から私だけに頼らず他の者にも命じる予定だったのか。
So far, Settengu had silently tolerated the existence of Kosame, who stays in this world, through being imparted with light from an astral deity. But that wasn't to say that they approved of her existence. According to Setsuna's thinking, they had only been waiting for the right opportunity. Setsuna had been temporarily entrusted with it due to Marika's request, but having assessed that the prospects of her actually sending her back were grim, they sent instead an assassin. The main shrine is now serious about eradicating Kosame.
どうなんだ、私の言葉は当たっているか。教えられないか。君の判断かは知らないが正解だ。私は今や君らの敵だからな。話すのは初めてだったが、君は無口なんだな。
そちらは案外おしゃべりなのですね。
Is that the lookout girl?
そうだな。総本社にいた頃よりもそうかもしれない。影響を受けた一つの証かもしれないな。
あなたには失望しています。
気が合うな。私もなんだ。私もこんな自分に失望している。君は一見普通の少女にしか見えないが、霊能者としての資質には秀でていると聞いている。さて、それでは武芸の方はどうかな。邪魔が入らないよう場所を変え、君の力を見せてもらおうか。その時には私の力も見せてやろう。
Setsuna flashes a truly joyful smile.
ひばりが先に来て1年と半年。それだけの期間を私はあの奇烈な上司と過ごしてきた。ストレスが溜まっているんだ。わかるだろう。よって私は加減できんぞ。
Watch her get fucked up immediately. When I wake up, the warmth that should have been in my arms is gone. Kosame is nowhere to be seen. I heard a voice while half asleep. I'm sure it was Kosame's, but I couldn't really recall right away what it was she said. Her body is cold. It also looks like the sun has set by now. I fix my clothes up and leave the building. The shrine grounds are empty. I'm freezing my ass off here in short sleeves. It'd be nice if I had something to put on over this. In the night sky, the full moon shines with a strong intensity, turning the stone pavement under my eyes into a lightly colored carpet. Maybe Kosame went back to the house. I would like to see her say something, but again, probably just overheard. Would have liked her to say something, but then again, I probably just overheard it. I think as I smile wryly to myself. Tonight, the wind may sweep away the warmth Kosame gave my arms, but it's still vividly engraved in my memories. In this case, I can also recall what she said on that parting. We're a couple now, so why was there a need to part? I told her I'd stay by her side forever. I was under the impression that Kosame wished for that too. So why was it different now? Has she disappeared already?
小笠くん。
I hear footsteps approaching. I only found Izakaki coming here to the grounds.
何間抜けな顔で突っ立ってるのよ。
Don't insult my face like
こ
that.
んな時間まで仕事してたの？
Nah, we finished that up around evening. Do you have the time now?
7時半。
Jeez, it's that late already?
今まで何してたのよ。
And what are you doing here?
ここはうちの神社なんだから、私の勝手でしょ？
Why are you such a tsundere?
どこも出れてないでしょ？むしろ小雨の方じゃないの？あの子、あなたのことが好きみたいだから。
She says so sullenly. Has she told
聞
you?
いてない。だけど、態度や雰囲気だけでわかるのよ。
Because you're twins?
そうよ。それより、なんであなたがここにいるのか、質問に答えなさい。
Why are you such a tsundere, class
ツ
rat?
ンデレじゃないし、委員長でもないわよ。
Yeah, I'm a tsundere class rat would be that girl from my previous school. Oh wait, why am I going there? That's completely irrelevant right now.
私を怒らせて楽しんでるわけね。
Well, I'm a sadist.
S は S でも、ヘタレ S でしょ？
It was just fine as it was.
で、小雨はどこ行ったのよ？
Izagaki's been constantly looking around shrine guards ever since
一緒に仕
she got
事
here.
してたんでしょ？
Well, until evening, I thought she was at home. She isn't?
いないのよ。携帯も繋がらないし、夕飯の時間になっても帰ってこないから探しに来たんだけど。
Izagaki's expression clouds over. Did she have headache? She was placing a head on her forehead. What's wrong?
どうもしないわ。最近寝不足なだけよ。
Having bad dreams or something?
そうよ。
Izagaki turns away from me
あ
and
の子
says,
が私に隠し事ばかりしてるから。気になって夢にまで見るようになったのよ。
For a second, I think about bringing up Kosame's past. However, I can't tell her. Kosame told me sternly that I mustn't. Kosame wants Izagaki to find out herself.
胸騒ぎがするのよ。早く小雨を見つけなきゃってせかされるの。だからこうして探しに来たの。わかるのよ。わかりたくなくてもわかってしまうの。喪失感みたいなのを感じるのよ。
ウサギは寂しいと死ぬんじゃない。抱きしめられると死ぬんです。
Why? Can Kosame affirm her words? Does she not already believe she has a right to stay here?
小笠坂くん、夕方までは小雨と一緒だったの？
Yeah, but she just disappeared at some point. I was also looking for
ど
her.
こか心当たりは？
I do, but I'm not sure. Izagaki nods.
私は一度家に戻るわ。小雨が連絡を入れてくるかもしれないから。
Let me know if you find out where she is.
小笠坂くんも見つけたら私に教えて。
I nod, then turn around.
心当たりってどこなの？
Before leaving, I reply to her. Where Mare is. Kosame hasn't seen Mare since then. Things haven't been resolved between them.
メアさん、いらっしゃいませんか？聞こえていたら出てきていただけませんか？小笠坂さんと一緒じゃないとダメですか？お願いします。私の前に姿を見せていただけませんか？メアさん、ありがとうございます。何なのあなた。私をお忘れですか？メアさんを襲ったいけない狼女さんですよ。そうじゃない。あなたのことは覚えてる。忘れられるわけがない。ヨウ君を怪我させたあなたを許せるわけがない。なのに、私はあなたに怒っているのに、なぜのこのこやってきたのか疑問に思っただけ。懲りずに私を襲いに来たの？いいえ、逆ですよ。
Whoops.
今夜はメアさんが私を襲うんです。遅くなりましたけど、その説は申し訳ございませんでした。 お詫びに、その鎌で私を叩きのめしてください。私を送り返してください。
そう、あなた、人じゃないのね。
はい。
だけど私とも違うみたい。
私は、精神でも精霊でもありませんから。ここに留まるべき存在ではありませんから。お願いします。私を送り返していただけませんか？
いや。
なぜですか？
私はあなたが嫌いだから。
嫌いであれば、鎌で叩きのめしていただけませんか？
いや。
噂には聞いていましたけど、天の弱なんですね。
帰ること、怖くないの？
ありませんよ。
なぜ強がるの？
強がってなどいませんよ。小ヶ坂さんが好きだと言ってくれた私は、もう強がる必要がなくなったんです。強がらなくても、帰るべきだと思うことができるんです。
帰りたいから、帰るの？
そうですよ。
どうして？
小ヶ坂さんが、好きだからですよ。
何それ？
ミヤさんも恋をすれば、きっとわかりますよ。小ヶ坂さんを好きになればなるほど、好きになってはいけないと思ってしまう。小ヶ坂さんがそばにいてもいいというほど、そばにいてはいけないと思ってしまう。小ヶ坂さんのそばにいたいと思うほど、帰らなければと思ってしまう。変ですよね。矛盾しています。ミヤさんがわからないのも、無理はないと思います。恋をすると、こんな風におかしくなるんですね。
別に、おかしくなんてないわ。
そうでしょうか。なぜそう思うんですか？
あなたは強がっていない。そう言ったけど、それは自分が強くなったからという意味じゃない。あなたは単に弱くなっただけ。もっと弱くなっただけ。あなたは自信がなくなっただけ。陽くんを幸せにできる自信が持てないだけ。あなたは他人のために帰ろうとするんじゃなく、今は自分のために帰りたがっているだけ。恋というものから逃げているだけ。ねえ、こまめ。
いえ、小雨です。
自信がないからって、なんで帰ろうとするの？せっかく生まれてきたのに。精神だか精霊だか知らないけど、そうして生まれてきたのに、なんでわざわざ帰りたがるの？
私は、生まれてきた、死んだのではなく。
あなたが何者かなんて知らないけど、あなたは生きてる。だから私を襲うことができた。だから陽くんを怪我させてしまった。あなたが死んでたら、私はあなたを嫌いになることはなかった。あなたが、陽くんを好きになることもなかった。その逆も、なかった。自分で言ってて、腹が立った。
そんなメアさんが、大好きですよ。
バカバカ。あなた、泣いてるくせに、バカバカ。
涙なんて、流れていませんよ。
別にそれでもいいけど、だけど、陽くんを悲しませようとするあなたは、やっぱりバカバカ。
小ヶ坂さんは、私がいなくなったとして、悲しんでくれるのでしょうか。
今さらそう考える時点で、あなたはおかしい。
それはやっぱり、恋のせいですよ。この恋が、私が背負うには、大きすぎるせいですよ。 恋に大小なんてない。あなたが弱いだけ。そうかもしれませんね。まだ帰りたいなんて言うの？どうしても陽くんを信じられないって言うなら悲しませてみればいい。試しに一度陽くんを悲しませてみればいい。試しに？それで自信がつくのならやってみればいい。そんなことをしてメアさんは許してくれるんですか？私は関係ない。試しでも何でも小ヶ坂さんを悲しませたらメアさんは怒るんじゃないですか？陽くんなんてどうでもいい。天の弱ですね。やっぱり送り返してあげる。メアさん、送り返すのではなく塚で私を叩いてください。二度叩いてください。一つはあなたを襲ってしまったお詫び。もう一つは恋をする資格は持っても自信を持てない私が小ヶ坂さんに迷惑をかけてしまうお詫び。力いっぱいえいって叩いて結構ですから。わかった。それじゃあやってあげる。バカバカなあなたに免じて思いっきり叩いてあげる。
I went to look for Mare right after getting to the lookout. There's no one to look for. There was no need to look for her. She's right there. So she's been waiting for me to appear.
もう来た。
Mare gets a better grip on her scythe, which in doing so causes its blade to reflect the moonlight and give off a silver glow. Mare, run up to Mare. Did Kosame come here?
誰？
The girl who attacked you before.
それなら来た。
I can't see her anywhere. A quick survey of my surroundings, but there isn't a single trace of her anywhere. Kosame did come here, yeah?
そう言った。
And then? An ease is coursing through me. Kosame wants to disappear from my side, and it consequently means her being sent back. This is what led me to guess she'd be here. What happened to her?
あの子はいなくなった。
At once my knees skyrockets. Do you mean she left the lookout?
違う。いなくなったの。
You mean... Any courage to actually say the words? You mean she turned?
うん。あれが証拠。
Mare points towards the woods with her scythe. I see a scarlet cloth on a long tree branch. It's a shrine made in clothing. That cloth hanging from the tree like that is like a nymph's raiment.
あの子の着ていた服、私と違って服も一緒に消えるわけじゃないみたいだから。
Didn't she return?
間違った。あの子は帰った。陽くん、悲しい？
She only asks me that
あの子が
question.
いなくなって悲しい？
No. So we returned without telling me anything. If that was really the case, then forget about sadness or anything else for
悲
that
しく
matter.
ないの？
Mare seemed surprised. No.
どうして？
It's kind of a difficult question.
それだと困る。
She panics for a
一回
reason.
余計に叩いたことになる。
What's that supposed to mean? Mare, let me have that for a bit. Please, just lend me your scythe for a second.
どうして？
So I can meet Kosame. If she just up and left me, then I want to bring her back. Rather than making me sad, above all, it frustrates me. It's like being told in a way that I'm not good enough to be with her. Like, this man is like, okay, so that's what happens? Well, give me a fucking scythe. My own worthlessness frustrates me to no end. Mare's eyes opened wide in surprise.
あの子を追って自分も帰るつもり。
I know you're going to tell me it's impossible. I'm not like her, so I'd only have my nightmare raped.
うん。
However, your scythe is still a scythe. I can use it for its original purpose.
本来って、
A scythe is a blade, and blades are for cutting. So yeah, ending my life with it is easy enough. Jesus Christ. Oh!
嘘。
I'm not.
自分を切るつもり。
That's right.
無理だって。
That scythe may be an illusory dream, but it's still possible, I'll bet. I was able to embrace Kosame. It was like an illusory dream in my arms as
もし
well.
できたら。
I might die, yeah?
ダメ
Why?
だってあの子はまだ。
Uh-huh. That makes me certain now. I'd already gotten an inkling from how fidgety Mare's been acting. Kosame hasn't returned yet, has she?
うん。
She's still here,
う
right?
ん。
However, I still can't see her
つ
anywhere.
けることはできないと思う。あの子は私と同じやり方で消えたから出てくるつもりなさそうだから、陽くんから逃げているから。
Kosame hasn't returned, but that still doesn't change anything. Her feelings are still no different. Intention to disappear from this world is still just as strong. Accordingly, I haven't actually managed to catch her yet. Can you lend me the scythe for a sec?
でも
Didn't I say I'd bring her back? So I need your scythe to do that. Direct my eyes to the night sky above. Full moon hasn't gone away. I guess technically speaking, on the day of the Mid-Autumn Festival, the moon isn't exactly a full moon, but it draws an almost perfect circle. If that what Kosame said is true, she's easily affected by the moon. If she's an illusory dream like that, there's only one way of catching her. There's a different way from how I caught her last night. Back then, no matter how faded she was, I could still see her. But not now. She has disappeared completely. But I came to learn something from those books Kosame brought me in the school's library. Knowledge pertaining to hallucinations. I learned how you can make yourself hallucinate. So I speak with both Maya and Kosame, whom I can't see as my audience. If she's gonna run away, I'll catch her. I won't ever give up. I can only think up one method of how to catch her. So please, if you could lend me that scythe.
そうか、今夜は満月だったのだな。小雨から聞いていたのにな。夜に出歩くことが多い私も頭上の月を気にしたことはなかった。星空を気にしたことはなかった。聖天宮の巫女だというのにな。いや、聖天宮の巫女だからこそか。私の関心は力だけだったから。力だけを求めて生きてきたから。一人で生きる力を。
So Setsuna has no relatives. To begin with, many of the shrine maidens of the Seitengu come from unknown backgrounds. Some have been abandoned by their family. Some lost their family in an accident. Some have cut ties with their family out of their own desires. There's a gathering of girls like that who have lost their place in society, who have forgotten family through the various aforementioned means, thus losing their home. That is what the quasi-orphanage that goes by the name of Seitengu is. Accordingly, the same also goes for the Izakaki family that moved to Ibarigasaki in the past. Mayaka's mother took on the duty of worshipping the Ibarigasaki meteorite, but still lived here without any family. During her stay here, she found a life partner and gave birth to her daughter, Mayaka. Later on, Mayaka then likewise gave birth to her two daughters, and the four of them led a tranquil life as a family now. One could call that an exception to the rule. Because the spiritual powers attained through numerous years of training are easily inheritable, there are also those who serve the purpose of making children. And that doesn't equate to living as a family. But that doesn't equate to living as a family. There are also men in Seitengu. So men and women both of Seitengu will create children for the sole purpose of passing on their blood. Shrine maidens of Seitengu, such as Setsuna, absolutely hate interpersonal relationships. things like making friends, finding a romantic partner, building a family. It's all contemptuous folly. The bond of family has no worth to those betrayed by their own. Because of that, they are forced to walk on their own. Whether they wish to or not, the only ones they have to rely on are themselves. Solitude is their everlasting self. Solitude becomes what gives them peace. So then, why would one who had lived their entire life on such principles think of building a family? Why would they wish for the company of another? Why would they wish to give someone their love?
私は一人でよかったんだ。それで何も不都合はなかった。疑問を抱くことすらなかった。恨むからな。私の友人になりたいなどと惑わせて。挙句今の私はこのざまかな。小雨。
There, deep inside the woods, somewhat away from the shrine grounds, is a spot almost devoid of human presence. Setsuna has given up on her search after losing sight of her enemy and is now resting her body. The gnarled trunk behind her makes her wounded back ache, but she simply lacks the energy to stand up and return. She gave her enemy a serious wound too. In an ideal scenario, that girl would now return to the main shrine, but whom she appeared to challenge Setsuna again, would first require time for her wounds to heal. Today, when she will face Asuka Ime again, is still further off in the future.
そういうことか。
Realizing her own relief upon her knowing that Kosame is safe for the time being, Setsuna forms a self-deprecating smile. It hit her. She'd always wondered why Marika had her remain Hibarigazuki after the failure of her mission, when she'd planned to return. But now she knew. She wanted her to grow to love this town and lead the life of a normal girl. And Setsuna doesn't doubt that Marika's feelings are genuine. Setsuna's purpose in coming here to Hibarigazuki was to send Kosame back. It was Kosame herself that had wanted it done, apparently. It was Marika who put in the request to the main shrine. Something as simple as sending Kosame back, Marika could have easily done it herself. So then what point was there in calling Setsuna here?
はめられたよ。まったく。
She's shivered now. Marika wants a shrine maiden that has the power to protect Kosame. Shrine maiden that is strong and capable. There's no telling when the main shrine would decide to eradicate Kosame by their own hand. It is for that reason that Setsuna believes she was summoned.
やってくれるよ。本当に。
You really are the worst possible boss there can be to me, Setsuna thinks. Oh, the weirdly adorable sneeze.
誰か私の噂でもしてるのかしら。それとも風邪かしら。ひばりが先の寒さはこれからだってのに。
お母さん。
あら、こもも。部屋にいたんじゃないの？
そうしてたけど、やめた。小雨からも、小笠坂くんからも。
小雨なら大丈夫よ。あの子には優秀なボディーガードがついてるから。
誰よ、それ。
それより、先にご飯食べる？
いい。
小雨を待つの？
それも、あるけど。
体調、悪いの？
お母さ
ん。何？改まって。
もう、隠さなくていいから。何も、隠さなくていいから。私、思い出したから。毎夜の悪夢を見て、小雨のやけどの治りを見て、もう、全部思い出してたのよ。小雨のことも、自分のことも。
そう。
うん。
それであなたは、どうするの？あなたは、小雨を返したい？それとも。
私は、力が欲しい。小雨は帰りたがっている。 だから、それを引き止められるだけの力が欲しい。小雨を守れる力が欲しい。小雨が、ここにいてもいいって思えるくらい。小雨が頼れるくらい、私は強くなりたいの。
そう。
うん。
あなたは、悪夢を克服したのね。
うん。
あなたが秘める霊能力は、あなたが思っているよりずっと大きくて危険だわ。それは、その力の使い方が赤ん坊と一緒だから。だから、あなたは努力なさい。努力家のあなたなら、いつかきっと、聖天宮一の巫女になれるでしょう。聖天宮の誰よりも、聖天宮の誰が来ても、負けることはないでしょう。小雨を守れる力を、得るでしょう。その日まで。私も、小雨を守るから、刹那と一緒に、守るから。私は、あの子の親だから、大切な、娘だから。あなたと一緒で、私も、小雨と離れたくない。いなくなってほしくないから。
Is she gonna put on a fucking, like, Mama Bear performance? Like, some dumbass shrine maiden trying to roll up to her crib, try to kill Kosame, just fucking grabs him by the fucking face, smashes it into the ground. I'm lying on the ground, I'm lying on the grass, now freezing cold. Scythe I've borrowed from Mare is propped up against a nearby tree. Mare herself has disappeared. I asked her to leave me alone for a while. As much of a mess as I am right now, I just couldn't let her see me. Right now, I am in such a pitiful state that I don't want anyone else to see me. That is just barely well enough censored. I am going to censor it with the screen, though. Like, I don't have to go in afterwards to censor it, because thank God hair exists. But you know, using the scythe, I slashed up my own wrist. And Kosame had gripped it before. It didn't get injured because she believed she wouldn't be. On the contrary, I wanted to get injured, so I did. I sat there and allowed the blood to keep pouring out of me. Didn't know how grave my wound actually was, so I didn't know how much power I should have applied when I did it. I just wanted to bleed as soon as possible, since I deemed that a large amount of blood loss was necessary. I aimed for an artery. Since arteries are supposedly deep under the skin, I intended to make a deep cut, and I believe it did. I have no idea whether I succeeded in that or not. Maybe all I'd wound up severing was a vein. In that case, unless I were to get into hot water, the bleeding would stop eventually. I wouldn't die of blood loss. Everything I am thinking of right now is purely in terms of hypotheticals, so I can't be optimistic. At any rate, the pain was intense. It still hurts. It hurts so much I can hardly even take it. But even so, it's on the scope of something I can deal with. Worst case scenario, I might die. But that's still something I can deal with. In comparison to losing Kosame forever, everything else is trifling. Though, maybe I could have gone about it a different way. This guy does a really nice CG. That's the fucking Japanese. What the fuck? Why was the like ×1 suddenly in Moonspeak? Like, yes, it's like a CG I'm too scared to show right now, but it is actually quite a nice CG. At the same time, I probably shouldn't use it, since big spoiler. However, according to the books I read, this is the fastest way. Might not be the best way, but it certainly is the fastest way for me to capture Kosame. Inducing blood loss by self-injury, thus invoking an one-aeroid state and removing my perception's limitations. And after that, I get just what I wanted. Consciousness may be hazy, my vision blurry, but right now I can see what I am. wanted to see. Inside my vision's the girl I've saw.
何やってるんですか？なんでこんなことするんですか？信じられません。もう本当に。
Tears streamed down her face before falling and wetting my own. With my vision blurry and my consciousness hazy, everything sensory feels distant. But the warmth of her skin alone is so vivid. How long has she been here, I wonder? Has she been here by my side from the very start? Has she been crying here like this ever since I did what I
お
did?
願いします。無茶なことしないでください。こんなこと二度としないでください。
They say love makes a person go crazy. Much more than the moon's light.
そうだとしてもやりすぎです。本当に信じられません。あなたがこれじゃ私安心して成仏できないじゃないですか。何笑ってるんですか？
I just felt the wave of relief. Listen, Kosame. Hiding from me won't get you anywhere. Of course, neither will running away. I'll always find you no matter what you do. I'll search for you. I'll find you. I'll be with you. Always. I promise. It's my vow to you. Wherever you may be, I'll be right there with you. Close enough so you'll see me whenever you turn around. Close enough that I'm always within arm's reach. If you decide, Kosame, we'll always be there to protect you. How do I keep cutting off these parts at the worst possible time? God! I feel like I'm dreaming. In a dream where you know you're in a dream. A dream where one is aware of the fact that they are dreaming. A lucid dream. However, I'm quite sure I'll forget everything upon waking up. I'm not really one to remember my dreams much. It might have seemed forgotten to me, but it could actually just be stored at the bottom of my memories. Then that only begs the question of when I'll be able to find out how to retrieve them. This dream is one I truly want to remember, if at all possible. It is one I would want to go back to, even if I did forget it. A youthful girl stands before me. That's my mom. This must be from when she was younger. You definitely see the resemblance between Chiaki. Not Chiaki. I forgot her name. Whoops! Chinami. It's close, but no cigar. You really can see the fucking family resemblance with Chinami. I guess the green eyes are from her dad. Who I'm going to assume is going to be a scumbag since she hates him so much. Possibly. I don't know. She has on a high school uniform, though it isn't the school uniform of Yubari High. So maybe it is her middle school's. So this is then the ghost of my mother I was seeing now. I wonder whether people return to how they looked when they were young when they become ghosts. She appears to be younger than even me. So then that makes me ask myself why I'm able to recognize her. Maybe because it is a dream. I feel like she said something. Mom is informing me of something. Focus my ears attentively, then finally pick up on what she's saying.
早く起きなさい。
She like marked it down now? No, she isn't. Anyways, please repeat yourself.
早く起きなさい。
Is that Botan? This is what I heard. She says so in a somewhat angry tone, like I slept in for school. It's time to wake up. Once you open her eyes, give her good morning. To that precious girl there waiting there for you. That girl you gave your heart to. I will, I answer her. She smiles brightly at me.
もう心配ないかしら。
No, you don't?
じゃあそろそろ行くわ。
I'm unsure how to answer. To tell her not to go. But somewhat seems to me like those words would carry a different meaning when I said them to my beloved, so I decide against it. Instead, I tell her this one thing. Thank you, Mom. Thank you for watching over me all this time.
どういたしまして。
Mom says so in a teasing tone.
小ヶ坂さん。目が覚めたんですね。
I'm weirdly cautious right now. Thank goodness, she says. Oh, we're fine.
よかったです。
That was the options. It's just the wrong fucking page. I opened my eyes to find Kosame's face before me. It's soaked in tears, which within my hazy mind what it was that gotten her in tears. And I think of wiping away her tears and thus try to lift up my head only to feel a coursing shock of pain that finally wakes me up for good. Piece together the fragments of what went on in the dream I've started to forget. Morning. Good morning, Kosame.
はい。おはようございます。
Feel a pain in my wrist. It has already been treated by them. I trace back my memories. I did a dead end not long after. I was lying on Kosame's lap, and there was a pause in my memories before I woke up here. Where am I?
お父さんが勤める病院です。
So, there's a hospital room then.
そうです。
They have, well, one foot in the grave there. Kosame shakes her head, which causes tears to scatter in the process. Tears which she kept inside her all the time. I've been seeing them pretty often lately.
命に別状はないそうです。でも、なかなか起きなくて。
Has it really been that long?
はい。
Which day is it?
9月17日です。
That's only one day. I then suffer a moment of shock. Oh God, don't tell me it's been a year.
いえ、小ヶ坂さんは一晩眠っていただけです。
Looks like my injury was a light one. I guess my wrist bleeding wasn't that severe
で
either.
も、全然起きてくれなくて。
What time is it
朝
now?
の5時です。
No patience, this girl. That's pretty early.
小ヶ坂さん、起きてくれなくて。
Like I understand. Like she was fucking worried that he was gonna die, so of course she's gonna be like, like him waking up is gonna be. You just wouldn't fucking wake up. Why didn't you wake up sooner? Stuff like that, you know. But still. I think I was just sleeping like normal people do around that time.
でも、起きなくて。
It's really nothing. I'm all good already.
でも、
Most of them must have stayed up all throughout the night then. Staying by my bedside throughout the entirety of it. She's been with me throughout all night. Her eyes are red, it's probably because of that as well as all the crying she's been doing. You didn't have to worry all that much.
心配しますよ。だって私離れたくない。小ヶ坂さんを手放したくない。私も知ったんです。勝手にいなくなられて残される人の気持ち。やっと知ることができたんです。
Basically, the the way they solve the underlying issue of this plot is just, how's it feel, bitch? Basically. And I guess what I did, maybe it wasn't meaningless. Might have been meaning to me putting myself in such a miserable state. Kosame, call her name emphatically. Didn't I tell you I'd never leave you? Not here on Earth, and not after death. There won't be anything miraculous about it, nor will there be any luck involved. I'll stick with you through my own will. So I want you to be by my side too.
はい、いつだってあなたと一緒。ずっと一緒にいたい。二人じゃないと抱えきれないくらい、この恋はとっても重くて大きいんですから。愛しています、小ヶ坂さん。
Okay, even I can tell what she just said. I actually ended up liking Kosame a surprising amount at that. After all the shit that happened. Quite miraculous, really. But yeah, so yeah, that was Kosame's round. So next we'll move on to everyone's star. Also, yeah, though I'll only start next Monday since I will try to stream tomorrow and on Saturday. Most likely he's gonna be streaming Ghost of Tsushima, so I'm not sure. Did I just say stream tomorrow and on Saturday? I mean, I guess it makes sense since this will go up early Sunday morning. So it does make sense in a way. I'm gonna be streaming Saturday and Sunday. There we go. That fucking makes it easier. By God, I'm goddamn miss. And again, I keep like pausing, like stopping the recordings at the worst fucking timings. By God, why am I so bad at this? Anyway, so yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and see you next time. Bye bye.